All right. Can you just confirm you can see my screen, please? Can one of you just confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes. Yes, we can.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for that confirmation. All right, then, team. Students, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're all doing well. I think this is something that Alka might have missed out, but again, in terms of Middlesex, I'm also an alumni as well. So I've completed both my bachelor's and master's from the same university. So at the end of the session, feel free to, put down any questions on the chat. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself and ask the questions yourself. Not a problem at all. Whatever I can answer, I will definitely answer. So welcome to Middlesex University Dubai. This is just to give you a bit of introduction about the university. If you've not heard about us before, if you're hearing us about us for the first time, this is in terms of who we are. So we are offering a quality and affordable UK education in Dubai. What that means is we've got our main campus located in London, in Hendon specifically, and that is our main campus, which has been there in the UK for the last 50 to 60 years now. And what we are focusing on currently today is just specifically for the Dubai campus. Now, the Dubai campus has been here for the last 20 years now. So 2024 was a very important year for us because we celebrated our 20th anniversary. At the same time, we also have another branch campus in Mauritius. In terms of our rating for the university, we have received five-star ratings from KHDA, which, to those who are not aware of, that's the governmental body that regulates any international universities or schools here in Dubai. So we've received a five-star rating from KHDA, and at the same time, we've also received the ministry's accreditation as well. So we are officially licensed by the ministry as well as KHDA here in Dubai. In terms of our student enrollment numbers, our strength lies above and beyond 6,300 students in a single campus. So yes, we do take great pride in saying that we are the largest UK university here located in Dubai. Now, in terms of diversity, some of these countries maybe you might have not even heard about, but yes, we do recruit from more than 120 different countries across the globe. So definitely a lot of networking opportunity for you because you get to meet and also network with students coming from around the globe as well. Now, in terms of our campuses in Dubai, our main campus is located in Dubai Knowledge Park. So this is exactly where I'm speaking to you from as well. I'm also situated in Dubai Knowledge Park. At the same time, we also have our second campus located in Academic City. Now, you guys have already heard about an introduction to the university, but you must be thinking in terms of why choose Dubai as a destination to study. And this is exactly where these points come in. So the first point that I want you all to take note is the affordable living as well as the education cost. There might be a lot of stereotype, saying that Dubai is very expensive and, you cannot really have any opportunities of stay back or work or anything at all. But all those queries would later be addressed when I take up the questions. But the first point, a very important point here is the affordable living and the education cost. What we mean by this is the university is taking full privilege of supporting you with the most cheapest housing facility, student housing facility here in Dubai. And we are also offering you amazing international scholarships if you're looking at PG or UG courses, which we'll look at in the next upcoming slides. Now, the thing about what makes UAE or Dubai different from other countries like Canada, Australia, or even UK is that you're almost guaranteed to find a job either while you're studying your UG course, which is through an internship, or for a full-time opportunity or a part-time job opportunity while you're doing a master's course, or you're also directly entitled to get a full-time role right after you finish the program. So UAE does not really want to offer any post-study work visa. Instead, what they do is through the university, we are here to support students with finding job opportunities as and when you are completing your program or while you're currently studying with us. Now, one of the last points here is how safe Dubai is, because yes, there is always an insecurity when it comes to other countries in terms of not being safe, whereas UAE is the complete opposite. It is very safe for students, even for residents like myself. And again, with all the top companies having their offices or branch offices or the main offices located in Dubai, it's definitely providing that international atmosphere or exposure for you guys as well. So this slide is again what I mentioned previously, us being named the largest UK university in Dubai. And as I mentioned, we are already licensed by KHDA and the ministry, and we have been holding this number one position since the last 4 years. This slide would be a very important slide for you all because this is where we'll be looking at all the courses that we offer. So we mainly offer three different types of programs. And as you can see on the slide, we have a foundation course, which is for 1 year across 6 pathways. And we kind of follow the same pathways by offering multiple courses for bachelor's and master's. Now, to help you understand how the bachelor's program work, all our courses are offered for 3 years and they're all taught as an honors degree program. So the quality and the delivery, everything is just like the same as per UK. So the only difference is you will be studying in Dubai at a much more cheaper price for the same exact value rather than studying in the UK. Now, we also offer master's courses, and depending on which program you apply for, we teach it in two different duration. You can either opt for a full-time option or a part-time option, depending on your convenience. The next department that I want to focus on, this is definitely the most important one, I would say, out of the all, which is our careers and employability services team. Now, we aim to make students 100% employable. And what we mean by this is by offering the support from our university side in terms of helping you find internships, part-time opportunities, or even full-time opportunities as well. Now, we also have our own career portal, and this is accessible by all Middlesex students. All they would have to do is go to the portal. They can put down their CV with whichever company they're applying to because we are partnered with more than 3,000 companies here in the UAE. And in 24 to 48 hours, our team will ensure that your CV has been shortlisted for an interview with that specific company. So this is the kind of support that we are offering while you're applying for an internship or if you are applying for a full-time job. Other than this, we also focus on skill workshops. We also have career counseling. We also have career days. All right, guys, so I'll just take it from the front again, from the start. This was basically an introduction to Middlesex. As I mentioned, we are offering a quality and affordable UK education in Dubai. And we have our main campus located in London. We have two branch campuses here in Dubai, and we have another branch campus in Mauritius. Specifically focusing on the Dubai campus, we have received a 5-star rating from KHDA as well as the ministry side. In terms of our student enrollment numbers, that's currently at 6,300 plus students in a single campus. And we also recruit from more than 120 different countries. This slide we'll be looking at in terms of why you should choose Dubai as a destination to study. And again, as I mentioned, one of the first very important point was the affordable living as well as the education cost. So we are supporting with student housing facility. And at the same time, we are also supporting by providing you international scholarships to study with us in Dubai. Now, in terms of job prospects, the government is actually very quite helpful and open in terms of supporting universities to help students to find jobs through internships or full-time work opportunities, either while you're studying or once you finish the program itself. Now, the last point to note here is in terms of the safety. Dubai is very safe, and we are also offering that international exposure for you. So if you come to Dubai, you will definitely feel like you are in a technological hub where you get any kind of things that you want here in Dubai. At the same time, it's also giving you that exposure when it comes to job prospects as well. Alka, the slides are changing, right? Just to reconfirm.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. So this slide again, this is just me going back to saying that we are the largest UK university here in Dubai as licensed by the KHDA, and we've been holding this #1 position since the last 4 years. So we'll also give this slide a bit of time because this is talking about all the courses that we offer. So we're mainly offering three different types of programs. We've got a foundation course, which is for 1 year, and we are offering this across 6 different pathways. We also provide a lot of different courses in these pathways through bachelor's and master's courses. Our bachelor's courses are all for 3 years, and they're all taught as an honors degree program. So what that means is rather than going and studying in the UK, you can save a lot of cost by availing scholarships. You can study in Dubai and you will get the same exact value of studying in the UK. Now, in terms of our master's courses, all the programs are taught in two different durations. There's a full-time option for every program as well as a part-time option. The difference between the two is flexibility. Full-time is for 1 year, where you all will be having classes for 4 to 5 days, whereas part-time is a more flexible kind of an option for studying the program, where you will only be having 2 to 3 days of classes in a week. The tuition fee remains exactly the same. This is the next department that I wanted to focus on, which is our careers and employability services team. Now, we aim to make students 100% employable, and how we kind of facilitate this is through the internship and employment opportunities, as I've already mentioned. So, our students can access our career portal, which is available on the website. And all they would have to do is go to the portal. They can put down their CV with any of the companies that we are partnered with, which is around 2,000 to 3,000 companies. And by applying with their CV, our team will ensure that in 24 to 48 hours, they be shortlisted for an interview, and then they can go and appear for the interview, which again, we also provide mock interviews if you've not given an interview ever at all. So don't have to worry about that. Now, we are also focusing on skill workshops. We also support with career counseling. We host career days on campus where we invite companies to come over. We also have guest speaker sessions, networking sessions, and also an event called Grad Stock. And that's the pictures that you can actually see on the slide. To take the example of the first picture, the employer that you see is Samsung. So we invited Samsung to come over to a campus where our students had the opportunity to speak to the employer, look at what are the different vacancies available, and they were giving out the CV. And some people also received an offer letter on the spot to work with them. So this is how amazing it is in terms of the events that we host, as well as the support that we are offering the students. But I'm sure that most of the other universities, most of the other companies do the same thing, whereas, getting employers to the campus. But what makes us really different is in terms of our industry partners. So as you can see on the slide, we're partnered with almost every single top MNC across the globe. And the benefit in UAE or specifically in Dubai is that most of these companies either have a branch office or their main office is located here in Dubai. So this gives you the advantage of staying back in Dubai, working with a top renowned MNC rather than going and settling elsewhere. You can still work in the same company, or they might also give you the opportunity to relocate to a new country as well. So that's another amazing thing. This slide is also to kind of show you that we're not only limited to just working with public or private companies, we also have some governmental companies that we are partnered with as well. And the best example is the very first company, that's Emirates NBD. Not sure how many of you might have heard about this, but Emirates NBD is the largest bank that operates under the government of Dubai. So it is of great privilege that we are partnered with such a bank. And again, this is to kind of support the students to move into the governmental sector and get a job so that you are well settled in life. Now, if we have to look at the extracurricular side of what Middlesex has to offer, we have amazing social clubs and sports teams that are applicable. Now, in terms of these clubs, there is actually no kind of limitation in terms of how many students can be a part of, because you're more than welcome to join each and every one of them, as this is all inclusive and is part of the tuition fee itself. So you're not paying anything extra to be a part of this. And in terms of the sports teams, we are also offering free training sessions. So when you come over to our campus here in Dubai, you can start training for any of these sports, and we'll ensure that, you can be a part of a good club, and you can even represent the country as well, which is you can even play for UAE team as well. So we'll support you with this as well. These are just some of the pictures to show you, how we host events on campus as well as off campus. And these are the pictures for our sports teams. So as you can see, we take sports very seriously. In every picture that you see, you will at least see a medal, because all our sports teams rank #1 here in the UAE. So we take great pride in saying that all our sports teams have been ranked #1. And at the same time, we're also very focused on extracurriculars as well. So not just limited to social clubs or sports teams, we also do a lot of international trips. So this year, we've already been to Armenia, Kazakhstan, Japan, and Switzerland last week. So again, we take you around the globe to experience how communities work, how the experiences and all of that, with cultural as well. So it's not just limited to academics. We also give the same importance to extracurriculars as well. Now, as a university, we are also supporting the student with the entire student visa process. So as we are already partnered with RSR Global, at any point of time when you have to move forward or proceed with the application, you just have to reach out to them. And as a university, we will then get in touch with RSR and completely take care of your entire student visa process. You can see the charges on the slide, approximately 8,055 dirhams. This amount has been broken down into three different things. One is the visa processing fee, which also includes your Emirates ID, just like how you would call your Aadhaar card in India. That's the same ID that we require here in Dubai. We've also support you with the entire medical insurance process. And at the same time, the university also has a visa deposit that you need to pay upfront, which is then refundable at the time of when you cancel your student visa. Now, you must all be thinking that, yes, you did mention about the affordable living. Where is that slide? And this is where it is in terms of our student accommodation. So we're partnered with another third party called as the Myriad. And this accommodation facility is located right next to our second campus in Academic City. And as you can see on the slide, they've got some amazing facilities. Well, to be very honest, me being a UAE resident, I've been living all my life here in Dubai. I've never seen such an amazing accommodation like what they offer. So I've also thought about sometimes in terms of when I can shift to the student accommodation because that's how amazing it is, the student accommodation. Now, in terms of the pricing structure, for those who are looking at this, just to give you some information about this, just look at the last column. All right, not a problem. Perfect. Thank you for that. Now, this is the slide where we're looking at the scholarships. So yes, we are offering amazing scholarships to you all if you're applying from India or any of the South Asia regions. Anyone applying for an international foundation course is eligible for 33% scholarship for that one year. Anyone applying for an undergraduate course is eligible for 23% scholarship every single year for the entire duration of the program. And anyone applying for a PG course is eligible for 25% scholarship across the entire tuition fee. So all of this would be deducted from the tuition fee, first of all, when you apply. And to be qualifying for the scholarship, all you have to do is place an application. We will review your documents and that's it. You don't have to do anything extra to get the scholarship. It is all guaranteed. Now, this is probably the most easiest step, and this would be taken care by the RSR Global team, as they would be the ones that would be placing the application on your behalf. So all you need to be aware of is that the documents that you have to submit. In terms of academic documents, we would require your high school certificate and transcripts if you're applying for a bachelor's degree. And we would also require your grade 12 scores, which again, most of the times we are able to exempt you from an English proficiency test as long as you have the relevant scores. Now, the other documents, which is mandatory across, let's say, UG or PG programs, is a personal statement. We need 2 letters of recommendation. We also need your passport copy. At the same time, if it's for a PG course, we would also require a CV. Now, for students that are applying for a PG program, your academic documents would include high school certificate and transcripts plus the bachelor's degree certificate and transcripts. So these are the documents that we require. So hope you're all taking note, because at the time of application, these are the documents that you would require to submit. If not, don't worry at all. Your counselor from the RSR team, at the time of when you reach out to them, they will also support you in terms of what documents are required from your side. Now, moving on, we'll be looking at the requirements in terms of English. And as I mentioned, most of the times we are able to exempt students that are coming from the Indian curriculum, which is either CBSE, ICSE, State Board, Kerala Board, or any of these curriculum. Now, if you look at the second table specifically, which mentions territory India, we look at your grade 12 scores and we look at how much percentage you have secured in English. If you've secured 65 to 70% in English, we are happy to completely exempt you from doing IELTS, TOEFL, or Pearson. So you don't have to do any of those tests at all because we'll be considering those scores. Now, let's say there's somebody that is currently appearing for probably IELTS, TOEFL, or Pearson. Yes, you don't have to worry. We do accept those tests as well. Now, if you look at the first table, for IELTS, we need a 6.6 overall for bachelor's and 6.5 for master's. We also accept Pearson and we also accept TOEFL, which the scores are already on the table itself. Maybe if you have not secured a really good grade in either of these tests, you don't have to worry, because Middlesex also has an internal English test. So we also run our own English test where you can take part in that. And if you meet those minimum scores which are on the table, then again, we can exempt you from any proficiency test. Now, to those that are coming from another curriculum, let's say a British curriculum, which is Cambridge, if you have secured a grade C and above in your GCSEs, we are again happy to exempt any of these proficiency tests from your requirements. This is probably the most exciting slide because every single time I speak about this, everybody wants to know a bit more information when it comes to academic excellence scholarship. Now, if you do remember from my previous slide where I mentioned the international scholarship, So anyone applying for a UG course, the minimum guaranteed scholarship for you guys is 23%. And there is also a possibility that this can go all the way up to 50% depending on your grade 12 scores. So if you look at the second line where it mentions CBSE, if you have secured 95 and above, you are eligible for 50% scholarship every single year for the entire duration of the program. So what that means is 50% for the first year, 50% for the second year, and 50% for the third year. So this is how we basically provide you with the scholarships in terms of academic excellence scholarship. And the scholarship for PG remains the same, which is 25% across the entire tuition fee. Now, this is the next step. Let's say you have used the support of RSR counselor to place the application. Now you've gotten your offer letter. The next step would be to make an initial payment of 3,000 dirhams to secure your seat. Once that is done, you will then submit the remaining documents that will be mentioned on your offer letter to then get an unconditional offer letter. The moment you have received an unconditional offer letter, what this means is you have met all your academic requirements. You are now ready to start processing for the student visa and the student accommodation, which the university, we have our own team for student visa and student accommodation that will get in touch with you, and we will support you through the entire process. And then in the month of August, when we issue you with the entry permit, you will then come into the country and you will start your classes in September. On that note, it brings me to the end. Now, let me just quickly stop sharing my screen and see if you all have any questions. I do see a lot of questions on the chat. So let's go through them one by one, if that's okay. Is that what we're going to do, Alka?
Yes, I'm asking. Yes, there is a question for you. I have
Okay.
62% in secondary. Can I directly
All
get
right.
the admission in postgraduate in English?
This Urjit, so this is something that will have to go through an approval. So again, what I would suggest is take the help of one of the counselors at RSR, and they'll be happy to help you with the entire application, and then we can send it for an approval, and then we can see.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much. We have another question from Dipti Mehta. Is MBA in business analytics available in the university?
Yes, absolutely, Deepthi. We do have an MBA with business analytics as a specialization. We have two MBA courses. We have a daytime MBA or a general MBA, or we have an executive MBA. Now, the difference between the two is one requires you to have minimum 2 years of experience, which is the executive MBA, which is full-time work experience. And the other, if you are just a bachelor's graduate and you have no work experience at all, no problem at all, then the general MBA program will be for you. But again, for both the courses, we have the business analytics specialization.
All right, thank you. There's one more question from Abdullahi. What about African students? Do we get scholarship? I think here Abdullah is from Nigeria, so he's basically asking question for Nigerian students. We have some more students from other African countries as well, so you can answer accordingly.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely. Abdullahi, you have raised a really good question. Yes, we do offer amazing scholarships for you guys as well, which ranges approximately from 30 to 35%. So depending on which program you're applying for, either bachelor's or master's, we are offering you scholarships from 30 to 35%. So reach out to one of the RSR team and let them create an application for you, because it's a free application to us, and then we will support you through that.
Right. There's a question from Danny. Post-study work visa duration?
Right. So Danny, this is something what UAE is doing completely different, where UAE is not offering any post-study work visa. Instead, what the UAE government has done is, let's say you have completed either a bachelor's or a master's course, and you have done exceptionally well while you have completed the program with either a first class honors or a distinction. The UAE government is recognizing that achievement of yours, and is providing you with a 10-year UAE golden visa to stay back in the country. If you ask me why do I know this, is because I hold one myself. So I hold a golden visa myself. And this is something that the UAE government is providing you in terms of a stay back option. So let's say if you're not able to find a job, which highly most unlikely, because definitely 100% we are here to support you with finding a job. At the same time, you're also eligible to get a golden visa for a 10-year stay back option in the country. So I believe that's one of the biggest benefits and the biggest amazing thing what a government is doing to support international students and also to bring students here to Dubai.
That's great. Wonderful. We have one question from Vansika Jain. What is the admission process and what is the basic of selection? I guess that is answered, but if you still can just give her the answer, please.
Absolutely, not a problem, Vanshika. So our admission process is very simple. All you would have to do is reach out to one of the RSR team. They will create the application on your behalf. Whatever documents that I've mentioned before, you need to upload those documents or submit them to the counselor. And then we will review the documents in 24 to 48 hours time, and then we'll get back to you with an offer letter. Now, the basis of selection is absolutely simple. We would look at your high school grades and transcripts, and as long as you have a minimum of 70 and above overall in your board exams, you are good to go.
So the similar question, one we have from Namibia, from Hussein, like the eligibility for African student. And one more question from Dipti Mehta, that is the fee structure of general MBA in business analytics.
Right. So the fee structure is approximately 82,400 dirhams. Now, depending on full-time or part-time, the fee will be split into two. So if you're looking at part-time opportunity, part-time while studying the course, the 82,400 dirhams will be split into 2 years. And on this fee, Deepti, we are also offering you a 20% scholarship. At the same time, there is also an early bird discount. Early bird discounts are applicable across every single program. So this is something that we are offering you as an additional grant or additional support on top of the scholarship. So depending on when you place the application, you are eligible for a scholarship plus an early bird discount.
All right. Thank you so much, Abhinav. Do you offer MBBS? Do you offer full scholarship? There's one question from Ishita, and the other one is from Dennis.
Right. Ishita, we do not offer any medical courses because we do not specialize in medical. What we offer is programs that have complete demand here in the UAE, and these are all job-related programs, which means that right after you finish the course, you will be then getting a job in any of the top companies here in Dubai at a very good high salary and all of those things. So these are the courses that we are very focusing on, especially with those that have demand here in the UAE. Now, Dennis, to answer your question, we do not offer fully funded scholarship, but trust me, when you consider the international scholarship and the early bird discount, your tuition fee would come down by a huge amount. So you, without even requiring a full scholarship, you will still be applicable or you will still be eligible for a really good payment plan or an option where you can study in Dubai. Alka, sorry, I think you're on mute.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yash is asking about, is Bachelor Computer Science available in MDX?
Yes, Yash, we do offer a computer science or an IT course. We also have business information systems. We also are very specialized in offering a cybersecurity course. We also have a program just related to AI. So if you are somebody that's looking to, kind of specialize in AI, we have a program for that. At the same time, we also offer two engineering courses as well. So we have a computer systems engineering program and an electronic engineering course. And these are all for bachelors.
Okay, thank you. Ritu Saxena wants to ask, what is 1 year fee for BBA?
So another advantage with us is that all our bachelor's courses are for the same fee. So regardless of which program you're going into, it's the same fee. We're not charging you anything extra. So the 1 year tuition fee is approximately 62,982 dirhams. That's the tuition fee for this year. If you're looking for the next upcoming intakes, which is probably next year or the year after, the tuition fee might change. But for this year, it is currently at 62,982 per year.
Thank you. I think there's some more questions on MBA breakdown of structure. So probably, I think JH, I don't know what's the full name. So probably you can reach us and we will give you the breakdown of your MBA course fees, because I think Abhinav has answered it a couple of times. There is a question from Dipti, GMAT, CAT, etc. exams are required to get admission in the university?
So I was actually waiting for this question to see who would ask this question. But let me tell you all something, that the only requirement what we need is just your grade 12 grades. We don't look at anything else. So no need for GMAT, no need for CAT. Matter of fact, the university does not accept any of these. So we just need your grade 12 scores and that's it. So to those who are applying for NEET, JEE, you don't have to worry. We don't require any of these grades, because in Dubai, the requirement is very simple. And as a British university in Dubai, all we are looking at is just your grade 12 scores. You don't even also have to show us any extracurriculars as part of the application, because this is not needed at all. Hope that's answered your question.
Right, I guess it's right. There's somebody asking 25% scholarship. I think Abhinav has already answered. You have an early bird scholarship, which is available. Anything extra than that, Abhinav, is there any other scholarships?
Other than the 25%, yes, the early bird discount.
Yeah. Okay. So this there's a Saket. So what will be the scholarship if I got 92% in the 12th state board?
First of all, Saket, congratulations on that. I think that's a very good achievement to secure 92%. You will be eligible for at least 40% scholarship every single year.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Saket. Do reach us so that we can help you out in this. Um, Now, breakdown of the fees that we are, please get in touch with us, JH, so that we can send you the breakdown of the fees. Is there any deadline for the early bird discount? Aishwarya.
Yeah, Aishwarya, that's a really good question once again. There is certainly a deadline. So how it works with our early bird discount is we actually open up the application for the September intake in the same year in the month of Feb. So anyone applying in the month of Feb will be eligible for a higher early bird discount because our early bird discount in the month of Feb is at 10,000 dirhams. And we actually we gradually decrease the amount as we move closer to the intake in September. So currently our early bird discount is at 8,000 dirhams until 24th of May, which is in the next 4 days. There will be a new deadline after Saturday in terms of what the new discount would be and when the deadline is. So, but currently it is at 8,000 dirhams until 24th of May.
Okay. So there's a question from Dipti again. Is 6.5 GPA in graduation sufficient for getting admission for in MBA?
Again, Deepthi, so we would have to send this for a review to get an approval and see whether you fit the eligibility criteria or not. But if you do have a CV, if you can show us some work experience, I think that would obviously add some value. Yeah, that's my answer to that question. Sorry, Alka, I just want to answer Yash's question because I
Yes,
believe that's a valid
that's
question, which is can I get admission with
open board.
NIOS?
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely, Yash. We do accept NIOS, so feel free to reach out to the team and they'll be more than happy to assist you. But yes, we do accept NIOS system.
Do you also have masters in logistics, Abhinav? There's a question from Sanjeev.
Absolutely. We do offer an MBA in supply chain and logistics as a specialization. Yes, that is provided.
Okay, and then we quickly move. Dennis, architectural technology course. Do you have that course with you?
So, Dennis, with technology, we are only offering IT, which is information technology, and we offer business information systems if you might be interested in that. Other than this, we are offering an AI and data science course, but we do not offer architectural technology course.
Okay. All right. So I think the executive MBA scholarships are, this is Urjit. So I've got 75% in the 12th standard. Can I directly get admission to in MBA executive?
Urjit, if you've received 75% in grade 12, you to be eligible for MBA, you need to show us your bachelor's degree. At the same time, you also need to have 2 years of work experience. If you've completed your bachelor's but do not have any work experience, don't worry. We have a general MBA course for you, which you might be eligible for upon completion of your bachelor's.
Vanshika has this last question.
Yes,
What
that's
is the
exactly what I
maximum
was coming to.
scholarship, yeah, for Indian students,
So,
and what are the requisites for it?
right. So Vanshika, the maximum scholarship what we're offering is up to 50% for bachelor's and 25% for masters. And the prerequisites, again, let me repeat myself again. It's just your grade 12 scores and that's it. That's all we need. We don't require anything else to give you the scholarship. I think Vanshika also has one more question. Is
Yes, I guess I missed it.
62,982 the fee for the entire program, or is this the yearly fee?
Yearly
Vanshika,
fees.
and to everybody who's hearing this is the yearly fee. It's 62,982 per year.
I got some network issue. Didn't hear what exactly needs for. I guess there's a Hemaj wants the question to be repeated. What do you need for MBA?
For MBA, so if you're looking at the general MBA, we require your bachelor's degree and your high school transcripts. If you're applying for an executive MBA, we require your high school transcripts, your bachelor's degree, and also your CV as well, which you need to have minimum 2 years of working experience, which is full-time work experience.
All right, we're taking this last question. We have 1 more minute. So I have done my BCom with a first class and work experience of 3 years and standard 12, 75%. can get admission in executive MBA? Urjit again.
Absolutely, Urjit, you would be eligible. So again, reach out to the team and let them help you in terms of with an application, and we can get back to you with an offer letter.
If I complete my MBA and come back to India after 2 to 3 years, WorkX in Dubai, would it be recognized in India?
So Siddharth, that's a very, very good question. And probably one thing that I've missed out probably during my presentation is that Dubai, the campus that we have in Dubai is just a branch campus. So what that means is even if you study in Dubai, in the UK, in our main campus or in our other branch campus in Mauritius, your degree still comes from our main campus in the UK. So what that means is your degree is recognized from all around the world because it's coming from the UK. So regardless of wherever you study, you will still have a world recognized degree. So you can go anywhere around the world to either pursue your master's, a PhD, or even you can settle down as well. So not a problem at all. But Siddharth, one thing to add is that, trust me, once you come to Dubai, you are not going back anywhere.
Okay, thank you so much. So there's a question about golden visa once again. So I think, Abhinav, you can conclude this, and after this, we stop all the question and answer session, and we conclude the session.
All right, perfect. So just to help you all understand the requirements for golden visa is that, so you could either study a bachelor's or a master's, and at the time of completion of the program, you are entitled to receive a first class honors degree or a distinction, which is 70% and above in the grading system. If you secure this, the UAE government is then providing a golden visa under the category of a distinction student or a higher achiever. And this is something called as a golden visa, which is a 10-year non-renewable visa. So you don't have to renew your visa for the next 10 years upon the time of when you get the visa. So again, this is a very good advantage. This is a very beneficial thing to have, especially if you are an international student here in Dubai.
All right, thank you so much. I think before we go, if everyone just would like to switch on the cameras, and we would like to see each of you, and my team would like to take a screenshot of this great moment that we are here, and Abhinav, with Abhinav. It was a great session. So I would request everyone to please switch on your cameras, and Disha, if you can just take a picture. Thank you everyone for joining us today for this webinar, and we hope you found the session informative and engaging. That gives you valuable insight and the academic and career opportunities available in Middlesex University Dubai. A special thank to our speaker, Mr. Abhinav Sanjil, for sharing his experience and expertise with us. If you have any further questions, would like to know more, please feel free to reach our team. And also visit the website where you can drop your inquiry, and we will be happy to assist you. If anybody has missed out sharing their numbers or the email address, please put this on the chat box so that the team can fetch it and reach you directly. So I would request everyone who is not registered and joined the meeting, please put in your email address and your name and your contact number, please. Disha, were you able to take a picture? Take 2 pictures from different screens.
Took it.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Abhinav. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Everyone
Thank
who
you,
is here.
everyone.